So I'm going to jump right in since we're already 5 minutes into this, and I need this as much as you too, probably. And I'm wanting to be here and present in this today. So I'm talking about letting go. Today, my theme is letting go. And, I've heard myself utter quite a few times, and I hear lots of other people utter throughout the day. I want to let go of this. I just don't know how. I'm ready. I don't know how. And the this, can be our own expectations. It can be shame. It can be anger towards somebody else. It can be, things from the past, anxiety about the future, like I'm ready to let this go. I'm seeing that this isn't serving me. And I've had the last week or week and a half some real opportunities to feel that, to be ready, to notice that what I'm holding on to isn't serving me. And so when I feel those things, I go to the work of Jack Cornfield. Cornfield is spelled exactly how it sounds, except that it's with a K. So Jack Cornfield. And his work is really rooted in grief and loss and adapting and letting go and those big things that keep us coming back to mindfulness practice again and again. Just that really intentional retraining of the brain. And so what I'm sharing this morning comes from, it's based on kind of what I absorbed from his work this weekend. He has a great book out there, and he has a podcast, and his website also has quite a few free opportunities for it. And sounds like, Simone, you're familiar with him. And so one of the lessons that he brings forward that I really love is this idea that letting go does not mean losing the knowledge we've gained from whatever that experience was. And for me, that's really helpful. It's being able to see the difference between where's the wisdom, where's the nugget in this. I used to have a supervisor who would say, where's the medicine in the poison, I think is how she would put it. And so it's, to me, that's the being able to go in and find the medicine. What boundaries do I need to set in place? What self-worth work is coming from this? What are the patterns that I'm seeing, right? Like those are the nuggets of wisdom. But the hanging on to the emotional ride, to the anger, to the negativity, it's our own clinging to the grudges, to the fears, that is binding in our body, and it's preventing us from really truly learning those lessons, from moving on. He likens it to being able to pour out a cup, the cup being all of the stories and the emotions that I'm attaching to that. And I still have that cup that holds the wisdom. And so we're gonna use our mindfulness activity this this afternoon, to really just focus on this idea of letting go. And the "but I don't know how" portion that I say and that I hear others say is really about intentionally retraining our brain. None of us really know how. It's just that we stop that message of "I don't know how," and we get to work on letting go. We begin to change the mantras, change the self-beliefs, change the self dialogue or monologue sometimes. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, or take a soft gaze. Allow your body to get into a comfortable and yet aware position, where we are both open and attentive, open to what is in this moment, attentive to our mind and our body as it works and learns to stay present. And bring your awareness into your breath, feeling yourself ground with each exhale. Imagining roots, deep roots, going deeper, becoming more solid with each exhale. And with each inhale, imagine the branches of the same tree reaching up and out, just expanding. And as you do this, bring your awareness to any story or feeling, expectation or reaction that you know you're ready to let go of. Name that to yourself, whether it's shame, betrayal, anger. Just name it so that it can fill a space and we can begin to work with it. And allow it just to be in that space without any resistance or story about how you should be with it. Just allow it to float and be there. Allow any emotions of unhappiness or discomfort to come forward. It's part of that process. And then begin to invite curiosity into the space. So rather than the judge, rather than deciding how you should or shouldn't feel, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, begin to ask yourself questions like, do I have to continue to replay the story? Do I have to hold on to these feelings, to these losses, to these expectations? Is it time to let this go? Trust your answers. And now, just very gently and through compassion, just begin to say to yourself, let go, let go, let go. Maybe breathe those words into that space. Let go, let go, let go. Letting go of the images, letting go of the beliefs, letting go of the ego or self-righteousness, letting go of unworthiness, letting go of the old story, just letting it all go. Allow your heart to release and your body to open, letting it go. As we move forward in our brain, which loves habits and patterns, as it reminds us about the story or it reminds us of how we feel because it's been used to telling the story for a long time, we can just return to this space and we can simply say, I've let that go. I've let that go. Feel your body. Feel where it makes contact with the floor or the furniture. Feel your clothes on your body, your hair on your head. Move your fingers and your toes. Slowly open your eyes and come back together.